on. No, doesn't look like it's. Alright, 1 second. Let's get some tunes going. Alright, that should be good. Can I set this to do? There we go. Random. Cool. What's up, Optimist? Alright. Yo. Yo, yo, yo. What was I just working on? TJW's vim.opt. There we go. It's Telescopic Johnson. Why am I not getting any music sounds? One might wonder. There's just nothing in this song. Is this song just 100% quiet? What the heck? Oh, gosh, what the hell? Chat, did I just blow up your ears? Holy cow. I just blew up my ears. Oh my goodness. That was not what I was expecting. Chat, did I explode anybody's ears? I apologize if so. Holy cow. Hopefully not. Pressy charges. Was it bad? Was it actually really bad? I don't know if it was or not. I couldn't tell if it was just because my volume was on. I'm a QWERTY pleb, Jersey. Alright. My bad. What's up, JS? Alright. Let's get back on this train, shall we? We've got Vim spec. Wonder if I have enough space to do this. Alright. Yeah. Sweet. So this is where we did subtract. We haven't implemented subtract yet. I have this here, I think, somewhere. Remove value. How did I write this before? Alright, so for those of you guys who don't know, we are working on... Do I still have this as my project? Yes, I do. Okay, cool. We're working on something to make setting options much more ergonomical. Inside of Lua. That's what I'm looking for. Okay. Okay, so we can do this. Name. It is not. It's the Ergodox EZ, the like one that they made a while ago. I've had it for a long time now. Well, for me, a long time. I wonder if this will just work. We can just test this out to see if it's fine. Test the index local t, a string value. All right, because we didn't convert this first. Because we did this last time. T equals convert to Lua. Name, info, t. val equals convert to Lua and vim.opt, because that was much simpler when we thought about them always as Lua options. But that must be failing. Cool. Alright. Lua means moon. That's true. Yeah, I mean, some days I don't super feel like it, but you know, other days it works out okay. Alright, so which one failed here? It helps that, I think I'm gonna, my open source projects I find really fun. You know what I mean? Like, I just only work on the stuff that I think is exciting most of the time. Sometimes I do other stuff, but... Oh, maybe I don't want to do this. Oh, duh. Well, that doesn't work at all. Actually, maybe we'll just say val. Maybe we just won't do anything with val right now. Okay, so it works when we do it this way. It's a bit confusing, though. But I appreciate, you know, that encouraging statement. Cool. Why would it do that? I can't see the top of my screen. Whatever. Okay. Alright, so... I don't love this. It's a little weird to not be converting the other one. So in this case... What kind of situations... Teach ++. Another encouraging statement. Thanks. Alright, so we should be able to do that. That works as well. We should also be able to do something like... I think we can say this. Here, type val equals string. String dot formats. Subtracted value. We can just call this raw val. Well, let's do this part first. Subtracted value must be a string. Expect val. In this case, it has to be that. In the other case, maybe it always needs to be a string. In what case wouldn't this be a string? Okay, cool. So those all work now, which is good. It's quite cool, quite cool. So this will let you, if you had something like list chars here, and you just wanted to remove space from it entirely, you can just do this. Oh, we should also just check that it's fine to do this like a bunch of times. Like it doesn't, you know, it doesn't care that I subtracted space twice. Cool. That's good. That's good. That's good. I mean, I would have been really surprised if that wasn't the case, given how I know what the implementation is. But it's good. It's always good to think about testing that anyways. This isn't really the kind of tune I was looking for. I don't know that I want this, maybe? Let's see if this is better. Okay. Is the music volume okay today, by the way? Well, we should wait till we get to some more chill songs, I guess. That song was a bit louder. I guess in all the cases, we really say raw val must be a string here. I don't know what else you could do. What would be another thing you'd expect to be able to do? Var vas. Would you be able to expect to subtract that? Do you guys know what I'm asking, chat? If let's say you have, let's write another scenario out up here. Opt dot wild ignore. And let's say it currently looks like this. Like, foo, var, as. Okay, you're gonna ignore these. Would you expect it to work minus foo, var? With the result then just being Baz. Given that you can subtract a screen. Vim.opt is going to be the way, it's like in Viml, you can just do like set something equals value, right? And you can also do stuff like set something plus equals value and set something like value like this, right? Yeah, we can make this work. We can totally make it work. I was just wondering if it made sense to be able to do. I think it makes sense. But in Lua, though, Jersey, there was no way to easily do something like this. Vim.opt. Oh, shoot. If you think about it, option, you could just shorten it to opt. I see where you're going there, opti. I see where you're going with that. It's going to be pretty hard to argue against that logic. That's pretty tough. That's pretty tough. I'll consider it. I'll consider it for sure. Farron, which part's not very Lua-y? I actually like Vimeo. Some parts of Vimeo are like, they're not the worst. They're often very surprising to people, and sometimes it's quite inconsistent, and the performance is garbage, but sometimes it does exactly what you're hoping. Subtracting tables seems exotic. It does seem a bit exotic. Keeps you on your toes. Some parts of it are good, though. Like, Bram's really smart. Like, and he makes a lot of really good decisions. You know what I mean? Like, Bram's not an idiot. He's a really smart guy. Yeah, Baron, I understand what you're saying with the subtracting tables part. But given that you can already do this, we're definitely adding this. Okay, this part, I would consider this is like a must-have and already done. Because people want to do this very often for options. And it's very, very easy to do in Vimeo. It's just this shenanigans in Vimeo, right? Vim9 script is faster than Vimeo in cases where you're writing functions that can be compiled, yes. I'm quite familiar with Vim9 script, actually. Baron, what do you think about that part, though? I do agree with you that it's a bit exotic. It's a very special table. It's very much supposed to be special. How would you say it would be a function instead of an operator? It could be a function instead of an operator. Yes, in fact, I am probably going to do this. So where we have sub, I think I probably just do this. I'll just add, because this is what I was thinking before anyways. Remove its function, self. I don't know, we can say value, whatever. We can just take this, put this here. Self, remove, right. Oops. I'll just call this right. Oh, I'm sure you're... Ah, yes. Yeah, I mean, there's lots... I mean, LuaJIT is still much, much faster than vim9 script. And then I was also going to do remove and append. We can add this again. Already Rails to Vim script. Y'all gonna... Okay, this is kind of good. Dumb question, what is Lua? It's not a dumb question at all. This YouTube video has a pretty good, like, overview.
Hello?
About Lua and Neovim and why they fit together. Short answer is it's an easy language to embed for scripting. It might have a timeout, I don't know, between things. Yeah, scripting language. That's good for embedding. So, Farron, you can... So, this would allow you to do... If you prefer this style, you could do something like this. Opt.wild_ignore equals opt.wild_ignore remove foo. Okay, these two things are equivalent. What do you think about that? I just think you got to think about it from this perspective, right, Farron? There's, you read something like this, help, set, you're reading through how to deal with options, how do options work, you're looking at code, you're trying to port your init.vim. You can also do this if you want, opt.wild_ignore, oops, wild_ignore remove foo set. I think I will probably have set if we're gonna do this. I'm just gonna keep it. You can do this if you're gonna do, but there's no way that we can do it without doing this. Like, Lua is still a limited language, all right? So we've only got so many options available to us on when we're going to do things. So all three of these are the same. Now you might say, TJ, probably not that good of an idea to have 3 ways to do one thing. Fair enough. I don't know how to solve that problem and make people happy. I think you need 10 ways. Oh, okay. I would say this is the recommended way to do it, but these are fine to use as well if you prefer this style. I think we should probably implement this, though. Farron, you can override sub and add, which are meta methods for tables. Yes, yeah. I follow you. I think what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make it as close as possible to these items here, right? So see, we've got plus equals, we've got caret equals, we've got minus equals. Each of those you expect to be able to do. I'm creating the exact parallel in Lua. vim.opt.set wild_ignore. So how would you do minus equals? Oh, I guess you're saying you could just do append. So opt set while ignore value. Okay, I see you. I see you. I know it's kind of dumb because it's a little bit it's the same, but I don't like typing strings for the name because it's quite difficult to get the right completion here. It's also quite difficult to get the right like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't love having strings, but I can see what you're saying with this opt.set and remove business. I can see that. The other thing is, like, everything in Lua is tables. You know, like, we use tables and functions everywhere. So, because here's what people are used to. You're used to being able to go vim.o.wildIgnore to get a value, or vim.bo.wildIgnore. Or even just using, you know, vim.fn.something. So I feel like this pattern is the pattern that we use a lot, right? So doing something like vim.opt.wildIgnore feels good. I don't love having, I would either want to have all of the options as keys or none of the options, or have only options as keys or only operations as keys. Because if you have vim.opt.remove, like, is this a function or is this an option? Yeah, I already have those. I have those, Euclidean. You can already do that. This is already implemented. I guess we could remove set here. Oh, you know what we could do is we could just do this. Let's just remove set. And let's have these implicit. These will always set the value. Putting the options in vim.api. I see what you're saying. How about this? Just like this, right? Just this. No set at the end. Because the set is going to confuse people big time. Let's do this, actually. So what we'll have is remove. We're going to do this, and we'll do this, and we'll do this. So now what we can do is self sub self right. So now we've got an object, and then we can do set, and then we can do return. We can make self return. We can make this return self at the end. Yeah, okay. So remove and append always set the value. That seems fair. Oops. Yeah, I think this is pretty obvious what it does, right? This is pretty obvious what it does. Do I have any remove or append or set? Okay, so we'll remove set is not allowed to be called, basically. Set is considered private. That's good. So no one outside of here will call it. What's up, Dota 2? Attitude? Alright, so I like this. I like this. I agree. This looks good. I think this looks good. So let's do an example. Let's write out those tests, right? So we can do something like this. It should automatically set when calling append function and local wild ignore exec Lua up. This is busted. This is Neovim's like testing framework. So Neovim has a bunch of stuff set up for busted that will do all the things that we need to do. So I'm just running basically make functional test inside of Neovim to run these tests. Wild. So let's do this. Let's do this. Vim dot wild ignore equals, we'll just do a string of foo bar baz, right? Vim dot opt dot wild ignore remove bar return vim dot o dot wild. I can just do equals. What am I doing? Equals foo baz. Right? You guys like this then? I think that's good. It's just like, hey, remove this from the option. That seems quite nice. Cool. Can you trigger those with vim test? I have no idea. Possibly. Vector value must be a string. Remove. Whoops. I don't want that there. Okay. Cool. Oh, I did. This should be append, and let's say bing bar as bing. Oh, well, let's copy this, and then let's actually just go back to here and do the remove. Okay. Cool. Can you equilibrium speed on what's the difference between vim.opt and vim.o? Vim.o without set looks great. Okay, very cool. Thanks, chat. Vim.o is just a very simple wrapper around nvim set option. Nvim set option can't do nice things like this, saying to remove a value or to minus them, like you can do in set, you know, wild ignore minus equals bar, something like this, right? You can do that in Vim outside, but how are you doing over here? How are you getting so many suggestions? Do I have and Lua linked? Whoops. You can check out what I got inside of here. Commands add and Lua from setup for Neovim plus. Okay. Shoot. Yep, no problem. There's some magic you can tell some Neko to find out more things. Yeah, and Arte. So that vim.opt is going to try and be like the I don't even know what I'm trying to say. It's just like a wrapper to make these things tons of very helpful things that you can normally do with options much easier for people to use. And they don't have to learn about vim.o, vim.bo, vim.wo, when which one goes to which, all these kind of things, which is quite confusing for people. You can just always use vim.opt, just like you could always use set. Basically, is what I'm saying. What I'm saying. All right. Oh, I wanted to add that you should be able to do something like this. Bing, zap. This should fail. I might even just error big time. Sweet. Okay, cool. It actually worked. Very nice. I wasn't sure if I'd implemented that one or not. But we do not have this yet for remove. Subtracted value must be a string. Boom. Okay. Alright, so we can do this now. If type raw val equals string, then so we can do this. Man, this is, I just freaking love Lua for little things like this. Levu! Dang, should have sponsored on the hub. But this is free money, you know what I mean? That's free money. I appreciate it, bud. And I also thank Bezos, my wise overlord, for implementing Prime Gaming. Thank you, Bezos. So check this out, right? Now we can do raw val. We can change this to val, and here. So before I had a function that could just do one of these. Now I create a little closure over this function that I'll be able to call for each one. So now I can do remove one item, raw val, if it's a string, else, else assert vim.table is list, raw val must be a list like table, vim.inspect raw val. Oops. For b in iPass, raw val, do and remove one item, raw val. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. I meant to type B there. I should be good here, right? Okay, here we go. Works first try, chat. Works first try. Feels good. Feels good. Chat, that's a PogChamp moment. Just litter me with PogChamps right now. Oh, man. Pag chop. I really need to set up BTTV in here. For me being as big of a memer as I am, I feel like I should really have it inside there. Alright, so we're actually not going to allow this test. I don't like explicit set. Raoul Champ? Is that an emote? Oh, we're not handling duplicates. We're not handling duplicates. Is actually Neo BTTV? No. Are you serious? Am I behind the times? Guys, I think it's just the cleanup. There's something happening at the end of the tests that is like taking a long time, and I don't know what it is. Wonder if it's... Oh, you know what it was? I think that I had like a huge file, like a gigabytes file. And it took like 3 seconds to write. That's funny. It was literally just that my log file was probably like 1 billion lines long. Oh, it was getting the last 10 lines from the log file, I bet. That's funny. Yo, Parmort. Good to see ya. It's because I am logged into my G-Cloud instance right now. So I can do G-Cloud things if I wanted. Do I have any thoughts on TDD? Yeah, I mean, I like it somewhat. Depends on how serious you're being about it. I can talk a little bit about it if you want. What are your thoughts, Dota 2? If true, do I not have this anymore? Is this all my tests are passing now? Oh no, I don't have some. Alright, duplicates. Okay, duplicates. Vim 9 is G-Cloud power. I like it. I like spikes too. Spikes are cool. This for 1.0. Rewrote the entire editor in Lua. We're working in some of that general directions. Things are great, Ant. Things are going real good. But Jersey, I don't know if it will work because it doesn't just run busted. It does like quite a different thing. It sets up like remote Neovim instance. It pipes this over. It communicates between the two. There's like a lot of other things like that. I write a lot of tests for my code. I would consider what I'm doing right now test-driven development, although I'm not always writing my tests first, like before I'm doing it. So that's kind of what I mean. Like, let me gather my thoughts. I need to stop thinking about fixing duplicates while I collect my words. I find testing extremely helpful. I like to write tests, and I like to use tests, and I like to have tons of tests for my feature. I think some people test the wrong bits of things because sometimes what they do is they write a test against like every method, or they write a test against internal methods, or they write tests using tons of mocks and stubs, which can lead to tests that do bad things. Because then you change some code and you have to change all your tests. That can be quite not helpful. But when you write tests that test the right behaviors and at the right levels, which is hard to guess what that's going to be ahead of time, then you get into a lot better situation. I try and avoid writing mocks at all costs. In general, I find... yeah, for DB, that can be okay. For DB, it's a good point. Like for certain things, it's good to use mocks. Like a database is okay. API endpoints is another good example of something you might mock. But in general, I find, and I'm sure Dota 2, I'm not suggesting that you do the opposite of this, right? But I think in general, you should try and write your code in such a way that it doesn't matter what the API endpoint is, right? Is you write with all your business logic in its own little thing, and then you have some wrapper that calls the business logic that interacts with the API endpoint, right? So instead of writing all the code in one block, you would want to have them like separated out, right? So that then you could test against the business logic without having to do any mocks. You just like get something and then you get something out. And then you tested the business logic part of that. And maybe you have one like end-to-end test that makes sure that you can actually hit the endpoint reliably. Yeah, I know you do. I'm sure you do, Dota. What's up, Malky? Good to see you. Most professional serious stream. I don't know, we'll see. Does that make sense, Gavin? Moving to license model. Yeah, right. We're going enterprise. We're going enterprise. So like in general, you can change the way that your code is structured for it to be more testable or less testable, right? So if you write your code in a way that's not very testable, then you end up having to write a lot of mocks or stubs or other things like that, which should kind of be like a code smell for you. You could be like, oh shoot, I'm writing way too many mocks and stubs. Like maybe I should find some other way to test this. Maybe this is a sign that it's time to pull out something to be its own little unit of code that can be tested independently of other pieces of code. Does that make sense? Hello, barcode. As well, by the way. I have written code that smelled like Updog. What's Updog? You got me these go. So like in this case, this code here, this is all just literally what a user might run. And then I'm asserting exactly the output of coffee, Melky. I'm only testing the very output. I'm not testing any internal functions that I'm not prepared to make public. And 9? Yeah, Melky, we got like 3 more hours to code. You know what I mean? We got to go ham. And Prime is on the internet right now. So it's like, if I'm even the slightest bit of low energy, I might as well stop streaming. You know what I mean? Let me go make a pot. Gavin, does that answer the questions that you were wondering? All right, where were we in duplicate before? Duplicates. Remove duplicate values. This is only for tables, right? We just did it right before. By the way, I hate unit tests. Depends on what unit test you're writing and where you're doing. What you're doing there. Everyone get over to Melky's for some fresh coffee. I would say it depends on how people are writing unit tests. You know what I mean? If your experience with unit tests is literally like you have a class and it has 10 methods, so you write tests against every method, even if some of them aren't considered public APIs or some of them aren't actually like the things you want to expose, then every time you want to update that code, now you have to update all your tests, and it gets quite cumbersome. It actually hinders your ability to refactor. He had you on hold for 45 minutes? Dang. I like my coffee. I got a really fun coffee maker a while back. Technivorm Mocha Master. I love this. Oh, sorry, guys. Fortunately, it's only half screen. This right here. Ooh. It tastes so good. I'm not really a coffee snob, but like... makes it, the coffee's like not bitter at all with this. I just love it. You guys were both on hold for each other? That's tough. It's 7:30. Well, I'm drinking coffee and it's 9:30. Yeah, the refactoring can make it quite difficult. What do you think of QA positions? It depends on the company. How do I sleep? Usually on my back, but sometimes on my side. And generally quite well. Yeah, in Arte, that's true, but you can have different amount of mocks, and maybe even not any serious mocks for a lot of code, right? Like you don't. So here, I'll just do an example quick. All right, this will just be pseudocode, right? Like let's say we have def my function that hits file system. Right, so let's say we have with open my, file as reader. And now for line in reader, add, like, my list is this or something. My list dot append line or something like this, right? This is a super dumb example because it just turns a file into a list of lines, right? Well, this is a poorly coupled test. In this case, you might have to write some mocker stub that would mock open. Instead, you could do something like this, which you could def my function with business logic, right? This takes some iterator, right? And it could return x for x in iterator. This is a dumb example because it doesn't do anything inside here, right? But then you could do this. Return my function with business logic reader. Okay, now, if you wanted to test the business logic, you just pass something in that has an iterator with lines, with strings. You don't have to mock anything. And then you try and make these parts of your code like so thin that they often don't need any testing or very, very small amount of testing, or you can have 1 or 2 end-to-end tests. Barcode, yes. How many hours do I sleep? Well, it's quite complicated to say these days because I have a young son. He's like 5 months right now, so he wakes us up a lot these days. You sure end-to-end testing in QA positions? Maybe I have a false picture though. I write end-to-end tests sometimes, and they're quite helpful in certain situations. Right? Do you guys see what I'm saying? You can see how those two things are very different though, ways of writing it. So now you have this function. This is the function you test. Now you don't have any mocks though. Yeah, Jersey, that's exactly what I was wondering. Like, did you guys just happen to call it exactly at the same time? This file speed is a big difference in those two. These have exactly the same. Speed? What do you mean speed though, Dotu? And Arte, do you see what I'm saying? With how I could prevent adding mocks. Function 1 would run way slower because open function. Yeah, sure. I mean, way slower. Yeah, sure. But this function will that doesn't matter. Like the speed of it doesn't really. That's not what we're testing. We're just writing tests for the business logic, right? Like let's say like if x dot starts with hello, you know what I'm saying? Like this is our business logic. It only finds lines that start with hello, or something like new. I don't know, whatever. Or error would be an interesting one, right? Like this. It's kind of like a graph. Till some manager has no idea runs a UT coverage will use because you don't have 100% coverage. Yeah, so that's a separate problem, Beast Code. That's definitely a separate problem. That's why I'm saying you could add an end-to-end test. Onto TDD, you need the speed. Function 1 is multiple times slower. Yeah, I wouldn't even test function 1 though. That's what I'm saying is I wouldn't even probably test this. Yep, definitely. Right, entertain. That's what I'm saying. Of course, in a more complicated example, you'll probably have to add some mocks. But I'm proposing that people often go to mocks too early in the life cycle of the tests. Colesbank, hey, thanks for the follow as well as I'm here, Samir, a little bit ago. So sometimes you're gonna write mocks. I mean, I've written mocks before as well. That's totally fine. But you can speed up a lot of your testing by having this kind of situation. You can run tests against the business logic without ever hitting file system or mocking or doing other things like that. And then you can have a few end-to-end tests that you run occasionally that might do this. Well, yeah. So I'm saying that would get hit by end-to-ends. Which, think about this, Dota 2. If you inject something for open, right? If you inject something here, are you really testing this for real? That's kind of my point with some of the mocks and stubs, is you're not even really testing this. Really, you're still just testing this function. So why not just actually test this function and then really test this with an end-to-end? Exactly my point. Exactly my point. Sky Ranger and I reckon, thanks for the follows. Polar Mutex, what do you mean, nope? Are you saying that these aren't... I don't know what the nope is for. Hopefully you're not disagreeing with me. Because, you seem smart. I don't want to be wrong. Yeah, by definition of mock, you are not testing that. I'm worried Polar disagrees with me. I like Polar. You are hoping the standard lib does its job. Yeah, right, exactly. That feels fair. What do you mean by inject? So injection would be like, this is the normal thing. You might have some in your test. So let's say now we're in like our test, let's just do here. In test file. You could do something like this. It's not super, you'd probably have some framework like mock.open equals like a new function, basically. Equals myOpen. So then you'd have like def myOpen, which takes like a name or something, and then you could just return hello world error wow, etc. like this. Does that make sense? So then this would get dropped in for open. So then when open gets called up here, it actually calls this function. That would be kind of like injecting. Right. Yeah. And I'm proposing that you just make an end-to-end test at some point that hits some of this code. But your end-to-end tests don't have to run like, you know, within 5 seconds. You want all these tests to run within 5 seconds, so you can just do this. Okay, cool. I'm done. Okay, see that I'm still messing my duplicates. And then you can have some other tests that run longer. Yeah, you can also do that as well. You can do something like this. Like this. That's the other way that you could do this as well. This is quite good for certain strategies, like with a database. There's something called the repository pattern. I don't have my book down here. I'm still reading a little bit about that, though. We can chat about it some other time. But you could do something like this as well. I find that this sometimes, though, gets quite crazy. I'd rather just test this function. That repository pattern, Beastco. Okay. Alright. We can come back to that later. I am reading DDDD. I haven't been reading it a lot recently, but it's on my list of things to do. Yeah. Okay, so where would I put this? I would put this in add value, probably. Or probably in convert value. In convert value, get option type. So this only is a problem for arrays. So let's just go ahead and drop this at the top here. Yeah, this can probably just go up here. Okay, cool. So I can take this now, so I can go to convert value to vim. Options array, value equals remove duplicate values, value. Okay, And then we'll also need to do this for the other array situation. We should just make sure that we do this here. Value equals remove duplicate values. See if that passes the tests. What do we miss here? On wild, ignore a table value. Interesting, interesting. 107. Should prepend values. Oh, I haven't implemented prepend. Okay, that makes sense. Polar. Yeah. TLDR is this. You want to be able to do this kind of stuff like you can do with set. And there's no good way to do it right now. Actually, we can delete this. These two are the same things. So we're making vim.opt, which will allow you to do many of the same interesting things. So for example, you know, you can do stuff like setting an option with an actual list, which is cool. You can add strings to the value. So it's like a very idiomatic Lua way for things to work with options that we don't have right now inside of Lua. Oh, that's cool, Bisco. Nice. That's very cool. You're in a book club for it. Oh, that's awesome. Testing without mocks. Can you link it? Okay, right. We didn't do prepend yet. What did prepend value look like here? Oh, we already have prepend value, don't we? Okay, we just haven't used it yet. Add value, so we can go to here. So now we can do prepend function self right and so when we have this, we can do new value is prepend value. I think this will just work hopefully. Oops. So this also needs name and info, just like this one did. And now we just need to take both of these guys here. And delete this like that. Okay. Cool. Value mutator. Does this... Oh, this still gets called right now? I think this may error at some point then. That's okay. Super cool. Yeah. Awesome. Thanks. I will check that out later. I am using comp. Yeah. I like it quite a bit. So this is POW, I think. I think I just want to write it like this. I find this kind of annoying. So this will be equals return make option self dot name. Oops. Prepend. That's actually what POW does. Now we can do return self dot POW right set. Foo, first foo, and now it's foo and first. Okay, we should make sure that we prepended that correctly. We follow Juval. Wow. Ooh, okay. Writing software. Have you read that book, Stupak? What should I read from there? Is that instead of completion and vim? Yeah. Yeah, there's probably auto commands like auto command buff read. You can check out, you know, buff read pre, buff read post, that kind of stuff. You can check out file type. I think I just have it with LSP kind. Oops, plugins. Yeah, this guy right here. Got a class on it. Cool. Okay. Guys, this plugin is just like it. I don't know if you know how happy it makes me. What is it? On sales LSP kind ending. Whoops. This is like, whoops. This is like exactly the kind of thing as well that I was like just so hoping that we could design LSP in such a way that like this is easy to do. Like you just install this plugin and it just like sets everything up if you want. It does a bunch of ones automatically. And then boom, your completion is just all set up. It's like, ah, man, it just makes me so happy. Makes me so happy. So all groups for a particular action. Ooh, that's tough. Cause edit, like I would check for buff reads. Maybe you could do verbose. No, there you go. 9 verbose, the thing that you want to do. That'll tell you all the ones that just got executed. Chat, like this. Yeah, like this. Yeah, it just works with anything that is using the built-in LSPs, like icon stuff. It's just like, I think it just works straight up. I don't even know that it, I don't think it has any knowledge of NVim comp. It doesn't have any knowledge of it. See, like, look, this is what I'm saying. This is the whole plugin. It has some default symbols, which you can't see in a web browser. And then it just says the thing that's gonna write them in, and then it puts them in. How cool is that? It doesn't even know. Oh, it just makes me happy. You know, it just makes me happy. It doesn't know anything about anything. That's the whole plugin. And I haven't started. That's on me, chat. That's on me. Is it bad if I don't love that if for thing? What do you mean? Oh, this part here? What are you saying? Just inside here? I mean, you can, I'm not saying this code is awesome. What I'm saying is awesome is that it's this little code to override all of the different icons that you would have for LSP. Like, it just feels like we really, like, are hitting a good stride for exposing the right things in such a way that people can interact with them, like, quite easily, which makes me very happy. This code I don't care about. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying I'm a big fan of this. This feels like this could have been written in a different way. Okay. Alright, so what was our error here? Okay, so which one is this? Prepend values. Foo and first. So we should get first foo. But we did not get that. We did not get first foo. Instead, right, I should change this. Oops. Passed in foo first, expected first foo. Okay. All right, so let's check out prepend here. prepend value. Whoops, 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 whoops. Current, new. Table.insert left, one, right. Return current. Okay, so this function is a bit confusing. We probably need to change how we're doing this. Oh, awesome, Anarte. Glad you're liking it. IIS working? Is that some other MS thing? I don't really know anything about it, Bisco. Jersey, there's a couple new repos that have LSP install. They just moved it out. I think you can just search for like LSP install Neovim LSP or something like that. This spy server is great. A server that mocks out all your API points in one pot. Oh, is this from James Shore or something like this? Spy server. Well, not only that, not only is that a good idea, but the name is awesome. Spy server is cool, dude. That's a sweet name. Current, new. Okay, so maybe I need to do something like this. We can do current equals this, and then do current. Is that the problem? Okay, so let's just do through then. How we do this? Error current vim dot inspect current new inspect new. Maybe I actually don't want to convert new. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. Current is foo, new is first. Okay. Vim.list extend, current, new. Okay. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, that doesn't work. That doesn't work. Four. Oh, this might be a little weird. This might be a little weird. I see. I see. This is the problem here. Okay. Okay, I see the problem. I literally, when you said spy server, I literally thought you were talking about the Microsoft web server though. Dota 2, just based on the context of when Beastco said, yeah, the MS web server, and then you said spy server, and I was like, and you said this spy server is a great idea. I thought you were just talking about thought you were talking about the MS web server thing. Yeah, you can just manage them externally as well too. Like, they're usually not that hard to install. We should just do list extend, yeah. For I equals length of right to right to 1 -1 do and think that'll work. Table.insert. Left, 1, right. Return, left. Current equals mutator. List extend. Current new. Is this Nord? No, it's my color. Yeah, Tim has spelled what it was. Yeah. Yeah, honestly, I don't like fact. Yeah, right. That was why we removed it. Jersey was because it didn't make sense. Nullable infrastructure. I will apparently really have to read this. Cool. 9 verbose is a lifesaver. I hadn't even thought about it, honestly, until I feel like there's probably been a few times where I could have suggested that to people. But I just didn't think of it. So sorry, people, that I forgot about. I don't even know why that popped into my head today, honestly. Right, I. Will this work? Oh! Man, it just feels good to write some code and think it's gonna work, and then the test pass, man. What does even set key value do here? What would even be the situation where we're doing this? I guess you could prepend. Okay, let's go back to list jars. We haven't tried adding a string that looks like this, have we? Wow. Well, completely new keys. Subtracting dictionary style. Oh, annotate. Oh, hey, thanks. Thanks for the Twitch Prime. Appreciate it. First sub, right? Here, thanks. What's up, Tammy? Good to see you. Alright, let's try doing this. It should allow adding a key value string to list jars. Oops. This should fail. I think it's just gonna fail straight up. How is the little Bryce? Oh, Neil? Yeah. He has been waking up a lot recently, actually, which has been pretty tough. He's been waking up quite a bit at night. I mean, fortunately, he's like the cutest little dude ever, so that makes it quite a bit easier to wake up and help him out. But it does get a bit tiring, you know. Definitely can't lie about that. I'm surprised that this worked. That makes me suspicious. That makes me very suspicious. Very suspicious. We can try subtracting this, I guess. I don't even know why you would do this way. That doesn't even make sense. Like, you wouldn't do this. You would say minus space because you want to remove it. But you might say, what happens if you would do this? This doesn't even make sense for list chars, so I think it's okay. Do we table.sort at some point? We do, every time. Cool. Yo, what's up, Diego? Did I smoke weed? I have never smoked weed. Yes, it's definitely helpful. When he gives you that smile, you're like, all right, okay, everything's good. Cause I did. Okay, good to know, Diego. But it won't prefend. That echo and list chars. So what happens? Let's say I do something like set list chars equals tab. So it really does put tab. What the heck? Like, this doesn't even make sense. This is such a bad behavior built in. Why would you have tab twice? What happens if I change like what if I do this for like EOL? Do you use Arch? By the way, I do not. Right now I'm on Pop OS. But I don't... Wow, this music's crazy. Skip. I use Pop OS right now, but I'm not convinced that I'm like super in love with it necessarily. Oh, what's up, Dr. Vim? Dr. Vim, more like Doctored Vim, because I've seen VS Code on that stream. So you had kids without Arch? I thought when you installed Arch, you signed a contract saying you can't have children. That's what Began told me why he doesn't have kids. I could have misunderstood what he was saying, I guess, but I'm pretty sure that's what he said. Right. I thought there was something about that. I have 4 kids and I signed contracts that I couldn't use Arch. See, I feel like it's sort of it enforces it both ways. You know what I mean? This behavior is terrible. I'm not gonna make the same behavior. We'll write that some behaviors are different, and that's okay. Value mutator. I don't love how this function looks right now. Do we ever get into this situation? I don't even think we can anymore. Can I even get here? Hello? Nice. We prevented this situation from happening now. Because of writing better codes. Man, feels good. Feels good writing better codes and removing if statements, you know? I signed a contract that had to be close Arch, but not Arch. That I also have to use Rust. Interesting. Dr. Vim, I'm wondering, here's my question. I've been wondering this. When will Rust users make their own OS that's finally safe? Like, all OSs before this are unsafe. So I'm just waiting for the Rust stations to finally give me a fast safe, concurrent OS that will make me happy. You know what I mean? You can just call it cargo cult. Like, it writes itself. They're calling it Redux and they're not calling it cargo cult. They are missing out on the opportunity here to call it cargo cult. I'm telling you, that name sells way better. Cargos. Cargo Pantalonos. Also, where did that tab go? Oh, I don't know where my tab went. Whatever. Cargos would be pretty funny though, actually, Faldio. That's a solid one. Cargos. Or like something like cargo shorts, like this kind of, you know what I mean? I don't know. That one's a stretch. That one's a stretch for sure. Yeah. Oh, I don't have a dark reader yet for Brave. What's a dark reader Brave? Can I install this for Brave? Does Brave have extensions? I don't even know. I just started using Brave extensions. Search dark reader. Find extensions in the web store. Oh, I just installed them in the same one. There we go. Okay. Yeah, this is pretty hilarious. Redux is a Unix-like operating written in Rust, aiming to bring modern editions of Rust. It's like they can't even unironically help themselves from mentioning Rust 3 times in the first 2 sentences. I love that. That's hilarious. Just like oh, Serpent OS is largely in D. Oh, interesting. Oh, did they say oh? Oh, it. Man, that is pretty funny though. That is pretty funny. That's some pretty funny stuff. Because there's this one too. It's got Rust. Did you know Redux uses Rust? Who could have known this? Who could have known? Man, I love that. That's funny. Set Brave to dark mode. Okay. That's in settings, I think. Probably appearance or something. Appearance. Brave colors. Dark. Nice. We're in. Thanks, chat. Wrestling. Yeah, Rust. Very cool. Cargo shorts. Oh, man. Oh, I love it. Okay. Oh, that's not good. We don't want to we should change this from being value to raw value. Value? Raw? Whoops. Okay. Now we can do value. Okay. All of our tests are passing. Very cool. I'm making a shell and language in Rust, so maybe they can use that. Are you actually? Dr. Vim, what are you making? Are you working on new shell or whatever? Can you send a link? All right, have we covered all the cases that we wanted to do? What were some other things we wanted to do? Okay, this one we're not doing. Okay, so we already wrote this. Oh, we didn't do op local yet. Cool. Nice. Type bash shell. Oh, I like it. Very cool. Oh, interesting. Cool. Very interesting. Did I do anything with set local? That's the only one that I've got here. Shell shock. Yeah, I think I've heard of that one before as well. So these two things have exactly the same thing, except that set will be different. That's the only difference here. So we can just do something like this. Do we even... Oh, we just do this, right? Okay, so let's do this instead, because we don't use this anywhere besides here, right? And we don't use this anywhere except for here. This needs, so make option. So we also need to have option local empty. Which will, it's just going to be exactly the same as option, but we're going to have opt local. Yes, exactly right, exactly right. So it's just the same thing as set local. Okay, here's one question. Do we want it to be opt local or opt local? Table, 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 table. Yep, that's pretty much Lua. That's pretty much Lua. It's tables all the way down. Which you guys like better. The only thing is, like, set local looks like this. That's the only reason that I would do this one. Is there also set global? There is set global. We should probably just make that the same thing. Or do we not even want to expose that? Like set, but set only the global value to local option, not change the local value. We do snake case. Yeah, you're right. We do. Well, so we always, if we're gonna do things, we use snake case. But these are made up words, right? So you can define where words begin and end differently. You know what I mean? That's my only thing. But we can do opt local, I think is better. Okay. Is make option used anywhere besides these functions? Yeah. So now we can, what we'll do is we'll take this out here. Local create option meta table function set local here, and then we can go down to here and we hit end. Return set empty. Oh wait, actually we want this. We want this here. The option empty only gets used inside of these, right? So this is okay. We don't need that anywhere else. This can be an entire closure. So set empty local set empty is create option meta table. False. We'll set local empty create option meta table. True. And so then we can do this. Let's just do this like this. Opt is this. Opt local is this. And then we'll also make opt global. They're the same. It doesn't really matter what we're going to use here. Share.lua. I think down here we've got require vim.opt. Do I have that here? Nope, it's in vim.lua, I guess. Very cool. Local opt tables is this. Vim.opt is opt tables.opt. Vim.opt local. Local. Vim.opt global. Opt tables.opt global. Yeah. Whatever, better. Really dig these streams. I tried watching Bram stream, but like, you got me on that one. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. Oh, I'm sorry. You're talking about these like lines here on the side, like these little guys right here. That's get signs, by the way. Lines? Is that what I? Yeah, I've got some set up here too. I liked changing the text to be like this. They're just these little lines here. It was like, yeah, that looks good. I actually don't remember if these are default or suggested or what, but yeah, I really like them with just the thin little lines. I really should probably remember to do this though. Space HD, space HU. Space HD, space HD, space HU. Oh, those are the only ones in this one, space HU. To move up between humps. I should really remember to do this sometimes. I have a little tough time with this, but wow, that's okay. Some of these other ones I may play with in the future. Space hump. Maybe I should do leader H. I don't know. Get signs seems so fast. And they're doing some super interesting things there. Get signs. I didn't ever end up looking at this. I wanted to see what Lewis was doing. Yeah, this was pretty cool. I haven't actually looked a bunch at how he was doing this, and I don't think I've enabled it for me at all. But look at this. He's using Neovim's built-in diff functions using FFI to interact with these and calculate the diff, which is so cool. Run the diff, it runs all these functions, it inserts them, blah, 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 moves between all of them. Oh, man, that is cool. What's the characters? I don't know if it'll paste well, but I can paste them in here. So this is so cool, though. Like, he's using the internal CFFI, so it's so fast. That is so cool. Yeah. Just very cool stuff. Yeah. So at some point I'll probably switch to that. Does it still use internal diff? Enable by default. Oh, so maybe I am using this already. Use internal diff. Okay, so maybe I'm using it now. This is just for Windows. Yeah, that is so cool, though. Man, that's just like really exciting stuff. Cool thing. But just updates on save. I guess what you were showing is updating as you type without being a hard. Yeah, exactly. Updates as you type, calculates the diff using Neovim's built-in diff library in C. And it just like, yeah. Man. Very cool. This is super exciting what people are coming up with. Super exciting. Okay, we do have a test for this. I don't think we have this working, though. This was a good idea. Should allow adding tables, handling duplicates, add multiple times, remove values when used minus. Let's do something like it should allow flattening itself. While we can just do this equals something here, exact Lua. Let's just start with this. Oops. All right. So in this case, what do we expect to have happen? We'd expect to see pi cache here and other.c star. Like this. Return vim.o.while. I don't think this will work because it'll be like, hey, we don't know how to do this. Awesome. So I guess like here's an example where I'm basically doing TDD, right? This would basically be TDD. And I really like it. Option type. Okay, so we've got array, table lock and cat. Value. So in this case, we would want to say, I mean, it's a little, maybe it's weird. Maybe it's weird to do this. Wait, okay, chat. Should we allow this, or should we say no? If you want to write it like this, you have to just do append cache other.star. Like, is this too weird? This would be pretty unexpected, I feel, in Lua land. Maybe to do this. Right? When we had originally suggested this idea, we didn't have this concept of just being able to do append. Jazz Deeps, thanks for the follow. We have append now, and I think that's just better than this method. I would just remove this method. I don't think we should allow this to happen. I think maybe this is too confusing. Cool. Let's just do this. Not gonna work. Not gonna be a test. Okay. So no, this doesn't work. What you would do instead is you can append things. And we don't want that. We do have Git, which we tested, I think, with basically everything. So this is all about, so this section is, I don't think we're going to even mention this. Set a value directly. Number, string, and boolean. Let's just actually go back here. Number, string, and boolean values translate literally. String, non-list. Opt.wild ignore. Hello world. This result would be hello world cache. Okay. Right. Yep. Yeah, that's fine. When you have to choose to watch Prime or TJ, just turn us both on, then create 10 to 1,000 alternate Twitch accounts, and then open up new tabs for all of those accounts, and then put them on for both of us as well. I feel like that's probably like the easiest and most simple solution to the problem. I think one really fun way to enjoy both streams is you put both of them on play at one time, but you mute the stream that you're not watching. No, you mute the stream that you are watching. Sorry, that's what I meant to say. So then you can have Prime's voice and energy while I'm just sitting here, or vice versa, which seems like a pretty fun combination. We're going to do a similar thing here, right, where we could just do minus hello, remove word. There's quite a bit of LSP hype going on these past few days. Oh yeah? Oh, Dota 2, that's some next level attention. You're like practicing multitasking pretty hard, huh? All right, so then we can also just we can set values like this to do show the examples of maps and arrays and sets. Oh, do we have any examples of us doing sets? I don't even know if you would want set. Do we have? Yeah, let's try doing this again. I'm interested to do something like this, where we do p equals true, c equals true, r equals true, o equals true. I don't even know if this will work. I don't think I have a way to convert that right now, do I? Dot set. Ah, right. No, that's gonna. Not that big brain here. Not that big brain. 4K in pairs value. Do end. Results equals results dot k. Return results. Okay, very cool. Wonder if I should sort this. I think it's okay for now. I think it's okay. Cool. I didn't even check if that worked at all, but now I did. That's another thing. That's why writing documentation is quite helpful. All right, so we're actually gonna do this. Yep, we got this going. Prepending. We already talked about this. We already talked about these. We already talked about this. 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 All right, what else am I missing? What else did we? What else did we say so far? All right. We did. Oh, we should probably write some tests for opt local as well, and what the behavior there should be. I always gotta remember how this works. So let's say we set make prg equals hello, echo, and make prg, hello. Okay, so set should do the global one. I can then do set local, make prg equals buff, echo, make prg, and then these ones should be hello still. Okay, cool. So that's the expected behavior. That's what people are like so confused about when they set vim.o and then they check something for this buffer and nothing's changed. I think there is a LSP that works for that. nvim jdtls. I want to check this guy out. It's not so much whether, you know, the built-in LSP supports it, it's whether they like, yeah. If you're interested in learning a little bit more about LSP and why I can't answer this question in a short answer, you can watch that video of a talk that I did a while ago about built-in LSP and just LSP generally. Okay. Let me see here. Oops. I might run upstairs quick and make sure everything's good with Kayleen. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, just make sure that Neil is doing okie dokie and hopefully asleep. So I'll be right back. Don't do anything crazy while I'm gone, chat. Just go watch Prime for 5 minutes, okay? And then come back. Well, hopefully Neil's asleep. Hopefully Neil's asleep. But if he's awake, I will say hi. And I'll say it's from Jersey Milker. Okay, we back. This time with Doggo. What's up, Ember? And the contrast seems not good. You can't even see like her face at all in there. What? What the girl? Ah. Up. Okay. Oh, thanks, Dota. You have a third of my attention. Neil was asleep, which was good. Okay. So, really the only thing left for this, this feature feels like docs. And maybe some tests as I think about them. And what was probably I don't really like this song either. Okay. I probably don't even need the singular values anymore. It should only be possible to erase maps and sets. Some of them it doesn't even make sense for, like for sets. Like it doesn't matter if you prepend or postpend. It's so what if we do something like this? Let's just get rid of this. Singular values shouldn't be used at all anymore. We can go back to just using our option types. Value mutator. Should maybe just take get option type. I mean, this is really fast, right? Yeah, okay. There's nothing going on here. Okay, so we can pass in info here. And then we can do this. And we can do this. And now we've got info. Now we can do local option type equals get option type. Ah, shoot, I gotta pass name and info here. Okay, very cool. Name. We can go here and name. I can do this. We can do this, do this, do this, do this, do that, do this, do boop. Okay. Get the option type. Okay, so now we can just do exactly what we were gonna do before. Local to mutated value, option type, info, option value. Oh, whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. Anyways, it's this. I don't know what's going on. I think I've been working. Been working on my tree sitter for Lua, and I think I got a bug that causes it eventually to kind of like desync or something. I gotta figure that out later. Do I actually use info in any of these? I do, yeah. Okay, so that's good. So we actually use info, so that's okay. We can leave that. Then we can do return to mutated value, option type, info. This one needs to have current and new. Right. Okay, so we can do this. Okay, so now we can put these here. This doesn't matter right now. So we're gonna have option types dot array function info current new and so then we can do this. Actually, we can just pass in mutator. We'll pass in mutator as the last one, and then I can just actually do this. This cool. So we can get rid of this. Option types dot map function current new. I actually don't even need mutator for this either. Oops. Turn this. Must be a list. CPP Coder, hey, thanks for the follow. Okay, so all right, so now we've got this. This makes me realize I haven't handled option types.set yet. But this should just be the same as this actually. New value, whoops, must not be a list. New value must not be a list. New value must be a list. All right, cool. So that looks nice. This will just error if it doesn't exist. You can just set this, I guess. Index, oops. This is kind of fun. Function. Return. Function. Current. New. Error. Debug dot traceback. Should not be possible. Oops, but we can use info here. To get this scenario. %s, %s, %s. I will just do this. Inspect. Info equals info. Current equals current. New equals new. Okay. Sweet. So very nice. I guess we should probably we can write a test that actually does that. Oh, did I say should'll? Should'll. Nice. Thank you. This error message may need to be different if we can actually trigger this. We can try. Yeah, it should error. Oh my goodness. Should error when you try to append to a numeric value. Doesn't, or like prepend numeric value. That doesn't make sense, right? Or wait, wait. So I guess let's see what happens. I actually don't know what's gonna happen right now. Equals, I don't know, 10. So let's say we do something like vim.opt.scrolloff equals 5. Vim.opt.scrolloff equals vim.opt.scrolloff plus 5, right? And then I want to do something like opt.scrolloff. I don't know. What should this do? Does this error right now? It does error right now. Oh, okay, no. So it makes sense. We should actually be able to just add these things or subtract these things together. Okay. I stand corrected. I stand corrected. It actually makes sense to be able to do this. Because you definitely want to be able to do this. You should be able to say, I want to set it to some number that's bigger than this. That makes sense. Add value, remove value. So this is a little goofy. It's a little goofy, right? Because so we should probably do something like this. Prepend value. There should probably error for operation. There's no I guess if you did this, right? Do you expect that to go to the 5th power? Is that scroll off plus equals 5? You can do it. Yep. Okay. Can I do go and scroll off? Okay, that worked. I think, right? What if I do this again? That just multiplied it by 5, though. Okay, well, that's pretty weird. Why would caret be multiply? Multiply? All right, okay, well, because it says so. Duh. Okay, cool. Cool. Because that's what it says it will do. All right. I wasn't expecting that, but that's what it says it'll do. See, this is... Sometimes when you make your code cleaner, it becomes even more obvious what it should do. Return left times right. I don't think you should copy that. So, fair, and here's the thing. What I want to be able to do is I want every operation to be the same between the two. Viewing outside the terminal. You could download it just from... I'm pretty sure it's just GitHub Neovim. You can just go to runtime, doc, and then here's all the docs. They're all just text files. So if you wanted to read the Lua one, it's right here. So my reasoning, Farron, would be that everything that set does, that's what vim.opt does. We could, for now, error and decide later that we don't want to do that. Like, I could just do this. Don't let people do this right now. Which feels fine. Yeah, but I think the website's a little out of date, Levu. I don't know who manages that. Yeah, that part's fair. That part's fair. Well, I think even echo 5 to the 5. Oh, we don't have that. Let x equal 5, 5. Oh, is there not even powers in POW? You just have to use POW. Okay. I'm on Pop OS right now. Alright, so let's just say, we won't let that be a thing that can happen, and we'll explicitly error. So let's say something like this. The operator is not currently supported for... Alright, how's this? Alright, for right now, I agree. We don't have to implement that one because it's pretty weird. It depends if the LSP supports it or not. Signature help is the one that you're looking for. For example, in Go, if I do something like toml.unmarshal, I hit Control S for me, then I can see what the signature is and stuff. But that's it has to work that language the rest of it. I think this is fine for now. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. We'll actually call this Numeric. Alright, so remove value, we got to do the same thing here. We got to convert this to the right style. Because this is really the same thing that we were doing here. Name, info, t, raw val. Okay. I feel like we should be doing this. To mutated value. Which takes something and it'll call like this one, mutator.list extend, table extend, table extend. For maps and sets. Ah, see, so we actually do need to add this though. So we can do mutator. We'll do this. Right, we didn't put in table extend for either of these. Table extend function left, right. Oh, we don't actually want this anymore. Turn vim.table extend force left, right. This is for prepend and for add. So now I think my test should mostly pass again. I've probably get this scenario. Okay, except for the one that I said we're not gonna let happen. Option types dot number function current new mutator and return mutator dot numeric current and new. Cool, so now we should get an error, I think, that says not supported. Excellent. This won't work. If I do something like plus, then this should work. Value for option scroll off is out of range. Oh, this is because scroll off is all messed up. By the way, how did you set the arrow symbols in the comments? That's just ligatures, I think. NVim comp is, I think, more actively maintained right now. Honestly, so I probably should do something about this. Because I don't think NVim Lua... I don't think completion NVim has been getting, like, any updates. Oh, Howren merged one thing, like, a few months ago. But it's been getting... has not been getting a lot of love. Honestly, I am considering moving this out of NVim Lua. I should talk to Howren. I don't know. I've only got so many... I don't know. I've only got so much time in the day. You know what I mean? What's a buffer local option that isn't broken here? Help buffer local. NVim comp seems like a lot more performant in my experience. I'm the owner of NVim Lua. But like other people own their respective repos. Like Howren owns completion NVim. In my mind, at least. Buff up. Oh, tab stop, I think is the one that I ended up using, right? So let's try this actually with, tab stop. Oops. I did this last time. I literally can't write the word tab stop. Cool. Okay, so that works. Should allow you to add numeric options. We should also allow you to subtract them. Whoops. Add, subtract. -2. I don't think I've implemented this yet. So then we get Numeric. Ah, remove value. We didn't do this yet. Okay, cool. Cool. What about exponentiation? Okay, so that's what we're saying. We're not going to do exponents for this for right now. You can just call math.pow on it or something. I don't know. All right, so we got to rewrite how this works to use value mutator. In my opinion, I'm thinking. Also, who exponents their vim options? Yeah, exactly my point. We won't do that one right now because that just seems real weird. Yeah, you're like, oh, tab stop's 4? I'd really like to see it 4 times as large. Can we search GitHub for... Oh... Yeah, let's try it out. I haven't logged into SourceGraph on Brave yet. I literally just started Brave today. So let me see here. We'd want to look for I think it's like language. I don't even know if we have. I would be surprised if we were indexing Vim things. Set. I don't even know if that's the right thing that I want to do. Oh, it would be like this though. No spaces. And I would want to do... Let's see. We'd want to say... Oh, no, stop. Don't search yet. Set this. How can I do word boundary? Is it /b for this? I say lang tx or I can say oh shoot, I just pressed Control T or Control W. Yeah, I do work at SourceGraph. But I actually haven't played around with this a bunch. How can I do? I want to do things that end with star.vim. So I think I can do file star.vim. Actually, don't even know that it works. Star.vim. With the $, maybe? I don't know that we're indexing any .vim files, though. My guess would be that we're not indexing any .vim files. I don't think that's a language that we currently support. Would be my guess. We can try and GitHub search. Search. Set. Code. Advanced search, please. It never works, but that's okay. Any language. Vim. Vim help file. Vim script. Okay. Can I do, is this literal search? I feel like it's not gonna work. I literally never had this search for what I wanted to do, but that's okay. No, this isn't what I wanted. Believe it or not, just looking randomly for the word set was not what I was hoping for in this query. Do I need to do this? Do I need to say this? I need to say this. Like, this isn't what I wanted. So, I don't know. We can't do it. We can't do it, guys. Oh, wait. Hey, don't tell anyone at work Don't tell anyone at work. Oh, this one doesn't have any Vim either. Literally, it's all just in... It's literally all just, like... The only things that turn up are, that. That's funny. Gotta log into work and update the indexers. I literally am working on indexers right now, actually, but for a little more popular languages. Okay, we can't find any, apparently. Oh, we could grep inside of, build Neovim. Do I need to do this? Wait, are you serious? We don't even have any inside of Neovim. We don't even do this. Okay, well, such is life, I suppose. I don't think anyone will miss it, I guess, is what we're saying here. All right, so let's do this. We're gonna do return value mutator. What are we gonna pass in? Name, info, just like we've been passing all the other ones. Convert value to Lua. Let's just change this to be exactly the same as the other ones. Current new, because it's weird that it's not. Current new. Okay. Current. Convert value to Lua. New. Now we can do this bad boy. Which we need to do each of these items here. So this would be remove, return, remove one item, left, right. Okay, so remove one item we're gonna change this to be T and val. Okay, so this works now. List extend should be remove one item left v. That should work. I'm not gonna do this anymore. This part's dead. This part's dead to me. Table extend. We have a couple options here. It should be that this probably won't be right. So we can I think we're gonna fail here. At least on some tests. Very cool. Local a nil value. Ah, right. Name info. Name info. Oh, right. Name, info. Name, info. Like this. Okay, so sweet. We have only a few of them failing. We have only a few failing. Oh, that's kind of weird. 8. Did I just get lucky before? We should just say this is like 12 and 4. This should be 16. Did this make another test fail? I think I may have just gotten lucky on the other time, choosing 4 plus 4. Do I need to do something like BL? Ah, Gets the buffer options. Is that what you would expect? Overrides the current buffer option. Sets. Tab stop equals 2. Echo and tab stop 2. Oh, that is what it does. So it does set local by default. Oh, tab stop isn't a global option. Okay, cool. That's fine. Right, tab stop is local. Echo and then get option info. tab stop, right? It's not global local. Okay, there we go. Cool, that makes sense. Yeah. Okay, so subtraction works. Convert value to Lua. Remove value, sub. Should allow subtracting dictionary style. So when you need to opt local on tab stop, etc. Then? So for this one, no, because set automatically. So for tab stop, since it's only a buffer local variable, when you do set, then it figures out that it's a buffer only option and then just does the buffer only thing. So it works exactly the same as how you would hope it does. I just forgot that that's what it does. I thought it was a buffer local and global option. Yes, exactly right. So when you have sets, then it will work just the same. Instead of having to remember, do I use vim.o, vim.bo, vim.wo, which is exactly the problem that I just had there, because then it's confusing. This guy builds concrete islands. I don't even know what that means. What does that even mean? Okay. So when I get this remove here, I think actually we don't want to convert this one. Let's just leave this as new for now. For remove, because it's a bit goofy. Expected table got string. How would I know which one I want to do here? O is for global options, BO is buffer options, WO is window options. Some grammars have not been updated to the latest version of tree sitter, and there was a breaking ABI change in upstream tree sitter, which is causing quite a few downstream problems. We are a downstream consumer of tree sitter. So in like a few weeks or whatever, when everyone gets around to updating their stuff, then you will no longer have to do ts install from grammar. So there's a very good reason for it, although it's pretty annoying. Okay, so I think this is... So, what does this even look like? In... All right, so we get current looks like this, new equals bar baz, and then we also have just bar. Okay, cool. Actually, what I want to do is I want to do something like if get option type, which goes name and info, equals option types dot, I think it's map is the one that I need to figure out right now. And we're gonna do this. Okay, so that should be a small amount of errors. Current is this, new is next is this. What happens when I try and do convert value to Lua? Name, info, new. What does that look like at this time? Is it just that there's string expected got nil? Ah, okay. So that's the problem. Then when we subtract this space, it doesn't know how to convert it. Okay, that's good to know. Yeah, no problem. Oh, Soul Serpent, thanks for the follow earlier. I don't think I said anything. Okay. So how would we want to do this? So remove value. Maybe we don't. Maybe we just do this and we just pass new directly here. It's a bit different than some of the other ones. Oh, this is still gonna fail, of course, because I have error here. Yeah, I know that it's empty. That's okay. So now we get something like expected table got string. Whoops. T and V. Expected table got string. I don't have any better traceback than that. 226. New value must be list. 226. Let's not actually do this. Let's remove these asserts because they are not helpful. We can error out in other places. In remove value. Yeah, so we're in here at 428. Take option, remove value. Table expected out string. Okay, sweet. Oh, I don't think this is right. So this one seems good. This one seems good. All right, so let's get rid of this for now. Let's look at one of these bad arguments. I pairs should automatically set when calling remove. Okay, so we call remove on bar. We get to here. Current is going to look like foobar bas. Okay, right, and then we're gonna get a string. Current and new. Convert new. Okay, get left and right. This is going to be an array, so I should get list extend. Oh, this should be left. Oh no, it could possibly be that we just get a string here, right? Okay, we can do if type right equals string, then remove one item left right, else. Oops. Now we do this. Left equals this. I don't actually know that I need to do that. Oh, it's not going to return anything, so we don't actually want to do that. That modifies it in place, which is okay for this scenario here. Okay, cool. So that fixed one error, maybe? I don't actually know. Yes, it did. Very cool. I think I need to do probably the same thing here for table extend. So for remove here, right, this doesn't make any sense at all. Does TS update work? I think they have a PR that is getting close to doing it, but I don't think it works yet. I don't know what the status was there. There was some big and then tree sitter and then tree sitter. Pull requests. Oh, did they? I think they updated it. I think they updated it. Yeah, actually, if you pull the very latest one and do TS update, it might work. Because they just updated like all the parser revisions. That might fix your problem. You need the very, very latest Neovim. And you need to do TS updates and the latest. Just like get the latest of all the things. Get the latest of all the things. If type right equals string, then left right equals nil. Else for in I pairs, right, do, and for remove, we should only be able to do that. LEAs are 7 months already. I know, it's pretty crazy. Get the latest of everything every day. Indeed. Left V equals We got it. We got it. Just get the latest of all the things. They literally just merged it in earlier today, it looks like. Looks like they merged it in just earlier today. Cool. Oh, so now we can do subtraction with numbers as well. Help minus equals. Set minus equals. Subtract the value from the number or remove the value from a string option if it is there. The value is not found in a string option. There is no error warning. When the option is a comma separated list, a comma is deleted unless the option becomes empty. When the option is a list of flags, the value must be exactly as appear in the option. Move flags one by one to avoid problems. Okay, got it. Set args above. So a string option like echo and make PRG. What do I have right now? Set make PRG minus equals MA. What? No. Why would that be a thing? What? That make PRG. You might need to install a new one. I don't know, Dudumon. Hello world. Okay. Echo make PRG. We can do set make PRG minus equals hello. War. I'm lulled right now. What? I'm trying to just imagine the scenario where that's like really helpful. I used to have a few Vim balls that got loaded, Stupak. I might have removed them. I guess we... They might have changed the name or something, dude. You'd want to just check with TS install or whatever. What's up, Ant? Good to see you. Okay, I don't feel like that's a thing that we should implement, maybe? I guess we can. I mean, it's just like finding that in the string and removing it. But it feels just really bad to do. I don't think so. I think Tree Sitter will disable polyglot for the syntaxes that that it supports. Nice, Ant. Very cool. We're getting very close to finishing this PR. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. So, number, array, map, set. I guess string, it makes sense that you'd want to be able to add some of these things, right? So we can do this. What does it do for Boolean things, right? Help, set. Yeah, what happens? So like, let's say you have set. These set args above. Set string or for numeric options, the value can be given in decimal, hex, or octal. Okay, well that kind of works anyways. Full value can be inserted by typing wild char. See command like visual. White space between option and equals is allowed and will be ignored. White space between equal and value is not allowed. See option backslash for using white space. Okay. Reading tracer on TSX highlighted. Good stuff. Nice. That's good to hear. That's good to hear. Warning, this may have a lot of side effects. Yes, I would say so. We have inv? I didn't even know that. I think I knew this one. I think I knew that you could do this. Set option top. Number option, show value. String option, show value. Boolean can only be on or off. What are some of our Boolean auto changer, Arabic shape, auto indent. Doesn't work because man isn't inclusive. Copy indent from current line was starting a new line. Okay, so there isn't really anything that you do for like Booleans for this. You would just have set. So you can just either set it to true or false or not the original value. No, not, ooh. This would probably be confusing. This would probably be a confusing scenario. Would be, so like, let's say we've got, it could, do I have anything for Boolean? I don't have anything here. Allow you to set Boolean values. Open. So like, let's say local result is, let's just do equals through false like this. Exact Lua. Local results is this. Results. We can do something like this. vim.opt.auto indent. It's true. Table.insert results. vim.bo.auto indent. I believe. Lua print vim.bo.auto indent. True. Okay. Very nice. Whoa. What? Oh, pum blend, I think is what you're looking for. Help pum blend. Pop-up menu blend. Yeah, it's just built in. vim.opt.auto indent equals false. Now we can do this again. We should get true and false. Cool. This part's gonna be kind of confusing though, so let's do this again. If I do vim.opt.auto indent equals not vim.opt.auto indent, that's not going to do what people think, I think. Because that's gonna be false, even though you would expect it to be true. So I do this. I don't think there's anything I can do about that really though. Okay, there's nothing I can do about it. Nothing I can do about that, chat. Because There's no bool meta method, so I can't override that. It's a little weird, but that's okay. I don't think that's really a thing that you would do that often, though. I feel like I just super rarely would ever even consider doing something like that. Well, I could never just invert the options. You keep track of the one that it is and turn it on and off. Okay, so we've got equals, we've got plus equals, we've got, so did we implement plus equals for everything? So strings, set, make, prg, plus equals, wow. I can do that, right? Echo make. Okay, so we have not done that yet for strings, right? Mutated value, oops, that should be string. We got to implement that. So for prepend, string, if I do this, that will prepend. Okay, so we can implement that. Oops. Left, right, return, right, left. Okay, for add value, string, function, left, right, return, left, right. Okay. Remove value. This is the one that I think I'm not going to implement because it just seems dumb. This seems dumb. Please don't do it. I'll probably change that message. But, you know, I mean, probably change it. It should allow all sorts of string manipulation. Equals, so let's do something like, I expect to say, hello world, start, hello world, I think something like this. Okay. Oops, exact Lua. Okay, so what are we gonna do? Local results. It's this. vim.opt.make prg equals hello. People.insert results. vim.opt. Make prg. So now we can do something like vim.opt.make prg plus world. vim.opt.make prg equals vim.opt.make prg start. Whoops. Return results. Mark PRG. Okay, make PRG. Yes. Very cool. So that works. That's quite easy as well. I wonder if I even want to even say this. Should I just get rid of this toMutated value and should I just switch to doing the option types directly inside of here? Like value mutator? Like there's pretty much nothing that this does that's very helpful. I might refactor this to just get rid of this indirection in between. Because they're almost all the same, like numeric, number, string, list extend, array. Those would just be array. Like each of these probably just should be their thing, their own thing. Then I can remove one layer of indirection here. I think that probably is good. So Because list. Oh, we don't. Do I even use list ever? I don't even use list. Okay, so this is exactly why you would want to get rid of this. Because it literally just doesn't even get called anymore. It's not even possible. Okay, so let's just go to, so we can change this option types dot number, option types dot string. Actually both, so this is option types dot map. These just happen to be the same for this case, but that's okay. That's not too complicated. Array. I'll move these guys up to the top. List doesn't exist anymore. Oh, this is not array. This is actually set. And then this one is option types dot array. Cool. Mutator. Yeah, that seems good. Info current new. Except we don't need that anymore. We can just do current and new. Cool. Yeah, vim.os actually does a pretty decent job. From what I have seen. Okay, so that's the first one. Let's do the other ones here. So let's take these guys over here. Bow, bow, bow. Don't need this. Then we don't need this anymore. Then we can just do option types dot number, option types dot string, option types dot array, option types dot map, and the same thing but for set. Okay, cool. So that's everything for add value. Now we can go back to remove value and we can get rid of this, and now we can take these guys again. This is so much clearer. Awesome. Yo, Pablo Escobar. Thanks for the follows. Does it suggest you install Telescope? Man. Map? I think this will still be exactly the same, even for set for this case. I think it's fine. Man. Feels good to just refactor and it works first try. Nice. We don't even use this anymore. Used by each of the prepend value. There's nothing to say there. Okay. No diagnostics. Beautiful. I honestly wait. I thought there would be more non-VS coders at Sourcecraft. Yeah, I was actually quite surprised. There's a lot of VS coders. I've actually been surprised how many Neovimmers there are, though. Well, there's a lot of Neovimmers at work, which has been pretty fun. Okay. I think the only thing left is probably to do, I probably need to write some docs for this. Because there's like quite a bit of things going on here. What's my lint status here? I don't remember if I need one of my Python virtual envs for this. We'll see, I guess. Oh, right. I don't even think I need... Do I even need vim.meta anymore? Meta? I don't even think I need this. Source, oops, runtime Lua, Vim, shared Lua. Oh, source and where was where did this originally come from? Vim. Huh, PD master runtime, oops, runtime, source, and then Lua, vim.lua. Yeah, the path trails. Ah, okay, so that was in there. Okay. Maybe I will just... There's actually a lot more going on now. Yeah. Okay, that's fine, I think. If true, so we can just remove all of this. Oh, I did want to make some of these better as well. You use Arch, by the way. Ah, nice, Stu. There are a few things where it would be nice if these... Instead of setting read-only field global, we could do these... Oh... I didn't actually finish doing all the checking that I was hoping we would do. Yeah, I don't need to do any value things. Okay, good. I see. Yeah, that's probably good. Alright. Okay, sorry. I'm just trying to wrap up some code that I haven't looked at in a little bit. And it's just been a bit since I looked at this. These are all fine to do. Nothing going on there. That's totally fine. And this one's fine too. It would be nice if I only had to do these once. I'm running this exact same code twice, which isn't super fantastic. I think I'm running literally the same code twice because I need buff options here to determine which one is which. I suppose I don't. I already have the info, right? So I can actually just say... oh, okay. Maybe I don't need that for this case. Because... Is this the only place I'm using this? Buff options name. Buff options name. Yeah, okay, that's fine. I actually can find this out from there. Win options. Okay. Let's actually just get rid of these. Which probably means I can get rid of all these. We can get rid of these. Very cool, very cool. Alright. So if we can just check info. Let's just make a little function here. Local is global option function info. Return info dot scope equals global, I'm pretty sure, and echo, and then get an option scope help, and then get option. Should say global. Okay. Buffer option buff window win. Okay, so now we can go to global options, and we can just say is global option info. Boom. Let's do change for here. Is global option info. We can do change for here is buffer option info. For here is a window option info. Okay, cool. Oh yes. Man, it's so nice just having tests to test all these things. Oh, we still need to write tests for doing local versus not local things. I forgot about that part for this. Vim spec. vim.opt. To do, we still need to write some tests for opt local. Opt and then getting the options. Probably could also do some stuff with getting things from the null side as well to confirm behavior is the same. Alright, so I forgot to do that part. We'll still need to do that later. Okay, cool. So now that's good. We only want to look this part up once because we then don't have to do and then get option info. Cool. We only do that here. Get option value. That caches all of them. I don't need to actually get this then. I can just do assert all options info name must be a valid option. Oops, wrong button. Very cool. All right, let's go back to make lint. Okay, so this just tells me that it's angry at me for doing this still. Win validator. Yep, we actually don't even need that anymore. How do we get away with this in shared.lua? Is that how we get away with it? Oops, I can decline. Okay, cool. Say, use prevents, Lua check from making lints for setting things on Vim. Okay. Oops, test file equals test functional API Lua. Very cool. Okay, so all those work. That looks great. Wow, it's starting to be good. Yeah. I guess I should just make sure that there's no conflicts. Very cool. I think I can have be free to look at this now. And then I think I can go to bed. Just a casual 1,000 lines, you know what I mean? It's just classic. Some classics. This is, you know, this is just what you got to do to make something really exciting, you know? Honestly, I have a really fantastic time doing it. Like this, I love the way this code has turned out, honestly. I mean, there's a lot of code there. It's maybe a little verbose. Crow, okay, so here's, I'll come right out and say it. Sometimes when I'm programming, off stream, obviously, something goes wrong. I get angry. And what started as a beautiful, united keyboard has ended in disaster. I was just so frustrated I snapped it in half. And now I'm stuck with this situation. But honestly, so the code, sure, maybe it's a little verbose, but I think it's cool, and I think it works really well. We handle a lot of different scenarios here. We handle a lot of different scenarios, which is cool. I'm hoping that it feels very natural. I've made some fixes there, which is nice. I did add 400 lines of tests, though, so that's pretty good. Mine's in one piece for the moment. I don't think it'll last long. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, try and implement a spec that makes something look like vim.opt, and then you'll probably end up in a similar situation. I'll comment for BeFreeal that this is probably ready to review. This is probably ready to review. One thing I had a question on is that for Vim buff get options, it will error if the buffer option has not yet been set, which I think is a fine behavior. But it appears that Vim win get option does not do that for global, local type variables. Is that intended? It makes very weird things happen. Though. So it's difficult to make vim.opt work correctly in this case. I will add some more docs and tests later as well. Okay, cool. We should probably post this in Gitter as well. Just to get some more people's opinion on this, I suppose. Oh, I have a mention. Oh, no way. Oh, this would be so helpful. Well, I gotta do this. Okay. Anyways. Alright, whatever. Add Friedel or anyone else who wants to play with vim.opt. I think it's in a good spot right now. Could use testers and some feedback. I will add more docs and a few more tests coming. All right. Okay, chat. I gotta go to bed, I think. Who should we raid? Who's on tonight? Oh, baby, oh, baby, oh, baby.
On the door for like 4 minutes.
Oh, baby, oh, baby, oh, baby, oh, baby.
Oh, wait, no, this isn't this. So we're gonna say...
Alright. Hey, thanks for hanging out, chat. Raid Neil's crib. No, no one is going to do anything that could wake Neil up. We will literally be in the big troubles if we do something like that. In the big troubles.
Wait, what?
Hey, no problem, Jersey. Thanks for hanging out.
Shift, right?
We'll be back on Friday. Not gonna stream on Thursdays anymore. I'm gonna stream on Fridays. We got the official approval to take Fridays completely off to stream. I mean, I'm working 10s Monday through Thursday, so I'm still doing, 40 hours a week. But I got the official approval to do that. So we'll see. I don't know when I'll start on Fridays. I might try and do like some YouTube stuff or a few other things in the morning. We'll see. But we'll definitely do at least like a pretty long stream on Fridays. At least one pretty long stream. Maybe I'll split sometimes into 2 streams. We'll have to see. See what happens. But anyways, that's what's going on. Okay. See y'all later.